We can take an example. Suppose I give you 3 test tubes in which there is a 1 degree alcohol, there is a 2 degree alcohol, and there is a 3 degree alcohol. But you do not know that which test tube contain which alcohol. But I am asking you to identify that which alcohol is 1 degree, which is 2 degree, and which is 3 degree. So what you will do is, you will add Lucas reagent directly into all these 3 test tubes, and you will find out that in which test tube the reaction does not take place, and in which reaction or in which test tube the turbidity has formed immediately. So based on these rates of the reactions, that is rate of formation of turbidity, you can distinguish which is a 3 degree and which is a 2 degree, which is a 1 degree alcohol. So this is about the preparation of chloralkanes from alcohols. That is also with the HCl. Next we have is the preparation of the bromoalkanes from alcohols with the HBr. Now basically HBr is actually unstable, so it is not present in the laboratory as such. So what we need to do is we need to prepare it in situ. Question again comes, what is in situ preparation? Meaning of a in situ is prepared in the reaction mixture itself. How do we do this thing now? Let us see. What you do is you take alcohol in a test tube, and because HBr is not present in the laboratory, so what you do is you take alcohol and you add NaBr into it. Also you add H2SO4. So what will happen in the reaction is now NaBr will react with the H2SO4 and forms NaHSO4 plus HBr, and in this case the HBr we get is a 50%, that is 50% hydrobromic acid, is HBr. So now once HBr is being formed in the test tube, what will happen is it will again undergo the mechanism as it was shown by RCl, as it was shown by HCl. So similar way it will undergo the mechanism and forms RBr. So what we saw, ROH reacted with the NaBr plus H2SO4, but not directly, it is indirect. How? In the test tube NaBr, H2SO4 will react, they will form HBr, then HBl will react with the alcohol. So this is how we say in situ preparation of HBr. How in situ, again I can repeat, is that we have prepared HBr in the reaction mixture itself in which we are carrying out or in which you are doing a experiment. Now basically this reaction, in this reaction we also do one more process that is called as a refluxing. Refluxing is basically nothing, it is the heating of the reaction mixture in the presence of water condenser. But why are we doing refluxing in RBr, that is preparation of RBr from alcohols with the HBr? Why didn't we do with the HCl? The reason behind it is, in this reaction a large amount of heat is evolved. Although we know that RBr has a high molecular weight, due to which the boiling point will be very high. Because of the large amount of heat released in the reaction, again that heat basically helps, or you can say high amount of heat basically removes, or you can say evaporates, or you can say boiling of the RBr product formed in the reaction. So what will happen is that in the reaction or in the test tube, because of the high amount of heat is being released, what will happen? That high amount of heat released will take the RBr along with it, and in the mixture you will left with nothing. So basically for our further studies, that is of the estimation of the product, be it a qualitative estimation or a quantitative estimation, we need to have the product in the test tube. If a product evaporates with the heat, then we do not have any product in the test tube. So what we do is we connect this test tube with the water condenser. So whatever is the product being evaporated due to the heat release in the reaction, it will be condensed in the liquid, that is in the water, and hence we can use that diluted solution of a RBR for the qualitative or the quantitative estimations. That means for further studies. There is one more problem over here, that ROH over here we always advise it should not be a 3 degree. The reason behind it is 3 degree alcohol with the H2SO4, when we heat it, it undergoes elimination reaction and forms a alkene. That is why we always avoid taking a 3 degree alcohol, or we always avoid a reaction of 3 degree alcohol with the HBr. Next we have is the preparation of iodoalkanes from alcohols with the HI. In the previous case we took NABR with H2SO4. So here let us take NaI with H2SO4. But the problem is, the question over here is that we cannot use H2SO4 for the preparation of HI. Why? The reason behind it is, once you get HI in the reaction, that means the reaction will be something like NaI plus H2SO4. So what you will get is NaHSO4 plus HI. Now in the halogenation of alkanes, if you remember that we did iodination of alkanes in the presence of oxidizing agent, where oxidizing agent was H2SO4 also, and the function of the H2SO4 was to remove HI as soon as it is formed. So here also in this reaction, that is reaction of NaI with H2SO4, it will form NaHSO4 plus HI, because H2SO4 is present in the reaction, so it will again oxidize HI. That is why we cannot use H2SO4 for the preparation of HI in this reaction. So other acid which we use over here is, that is H3PO4 phosphoric acid. So what happens is, we add NaI, we take H3PO4 and it forms NaH2PO4 plus HI. And again it will show the same type of the mechanism as it was shown by HCl as well as HBr, and hence it forms RI. This is about the preparation of the RI using alcohols with HI. This is about the preparation of RX from the alcohols with HX. The next method of preparation for the haloalkanes from alcohols, that is with the PX3. Now